Oh! It scared me. I was there like...
Hi everyone, I've lived in New York City for 5 years now, and I've done the apartment search 3 times, so I've picked up some tips along the way. In this video, I wanted to share the advice that I wish I had known when I first moved to New York, and I also filmed some apartment tour content with my good friend Isa. Whether you're just starting your New York City apartment search or you want to see what it's like hunting for an apartment in New York, I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so we did not start off strong with our apartment search because this was the first apartment that we viewed, and it was giving dungeon, it was giving no closet space, no in-unit washer dryer, no dishwasher, literally didn't have anything. There was like one tiny AC unit in like one of the bedrooms, so you would have to like get AC. I guess the location was kind of good. It's really hot, so we had to get a quick matcha break. Determining your apartment deal breakers. So I think one of the first steps in apartment searching is narrowing down what you actually want in an apartment. For me, it was a 2-bed, 2-bathroom apartment. I wanted a gas stove, AC, in-unit washer dryer, dishwasher. Those were like my deal breakers. I didn't really care about like building amenities or whatnot. Some other things you might want to think about are, do you get a lot of packages? If so, then a doorman building might be better. Do you want like the amenities in the buildings like pool, gym? Do you want to do a walk up? Do you want an elevator? Stuff like that. See, it's been like this. I walked here like a couple months ago and it's still like under construction. Like, look at all these crazy wires. Yeah, the kitchen is really nice. The closet space looks really big though.
Oh yeah.
This one has a closet, which is nice. Sorry for the shaky camera quality. The agent kept on asking why we were filming, so I kind of got nervous.
Wait, that's really funny.
Wait, it's gonna go everywhere though, right?
You might wonder where we're filming. I think it's very nice, but I think the location, there's like one working train that's currently not working.
The amenities are nice, but they're charging for everything. $75 for the pool, $75 for the gym. Yeah, should be included. And the location is like, meh, it's okay. Issa and I looked at the finishes, and it looks like they furnished the apartment from Temu. I don't know what the hell brand Beko is for the washer dryer. Like, I know that shit's gonna break in like 2 washes. Or the leasing agent was super sweet, but he was putting up with our filming. He kept asking us, why are you filming? Why are you filming? And I was like,
I would get lost in there. Also, it's like when you have these amenities, it's usually so like you can show off or you can like use them yourself, but if it's far, number one, am I gonna use it myself? Number 2, who's gonna bring their ass to visit me and use them?
Determining your apartment budget. So in New York, I think the rule is you need to make around 40 times the monthly rent. So for example, if the apartment's monthly rent is $3,000, you need to make around $120,000. If you don't, there are ways around it. You can get a guarantor. So when I first moved to New York, my parents were my guarantor. And then another thing to think about is broker fees. So this is something unique to New York. If the landlord hired a broker to like list the apartment, usually there'll be a fee associated with it. And that fee is usually around either the first month's rent or 1 month's rent or 12 to 15% of the annual rent. Yeah, these fees suck. All renters hate them, but definitely something to think about. And unfortunately, there's no way around it unless you find a no-fee apartment, which is possible. But if you really love the apartment, it has a broker fee. If you don't want to pay it, unfortunately, there'll probably be like another 5 renters that will be willing to pay for it. Oh god. Preparing your application materials. So I found this step to be super, super important. I've always moved in New York City during the summer around July, which is like the busiest time to move. So I found it really helpful to compile a Google Drive folder of all the application materials that landlords usually want. And so this includes like bank statements, your savings account statements like 401k, IRA, etc. Employment letter stating your annual salary, recent pay stubs, your most recent W-2, landlord recommendation letter. It's obviously going to depend on the apartment you're applying to, but I found that they usually ask for this type of information. A lot about finding an apartment in New York is about speed, so you just need to be really quick at it. Otherwise, someone else will beat you to it. Okay, so the next apartment we looked at was the Greenpoint sweater factory. And guys, to be honest, this one really had me shook. To be fair, it was still under construction, but like finishes were horrible. Basically, it's a converted sweater factory into like these studios. So the intention is cool, but execution, not there. Yeah, this is one of the studios. I will say it did have good lighting, but it was giving jail, it was giving unfinished, it was giving overpriced. I would not want to live here, but curious to hear what your thoughts are.
Bed there, dining table here.
Yeah.
And then like a TV there. Is it just for you or both of you? We're both looking.
We're both looking.
Visit the apartment in person. I cannot stress this enough. There are so many times when you find a listing online and it looks so perfect, has everything you want, and then you go in person and it's just like, it's like a catfish. Even nowadays, they like virtually stage the apartment, so it looks like way better than it actually is, and then they shoot the pictures in like 0.5 zoom, so it's like zoomed out and it looks a lot more spacious than it actually is. So it's really important to look at the apartment in person, or if you're not in New York, have a friend that's in New York to check it out in person and have them take videos and photos and send it to you.
Isa leading the way, Isa slaying the day. Okay, this building is really new, and we're right next to Domino Park.
Okay, so this apartment was demure. She was thoughtful, she was mindful, she was not like the other girls.
Very demure, very mindful.
But in all seriousness, this was the nicest apartment that we visited. I think it helped that like the staging was impeccable and like the windows were so big and there was just so much light. I didn't like how there are electric stoves, but I guess when you're this rich, you don't even cook anyway, so it doesn't matter. The amenities were so nice, but the agent told us that the fee was $75 per month per person, but that was actually just like the first year deal. It's normally $150 per month per person, which is expensive.
No, it was very stunning. Like, one of you guys should move in it. Let us know so we could come use the amenities.
We can be your guests and then use the amenities, because let me tell you, that steam room was way better than Equinox's steam room.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? It was co-ed, so that I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, true.
I will say the finishes were really nice, and I've never seen that big windows ever in like an apartment in New York.
Yeah.
But the leasing agent was like low-key really arrogant. Isa humbled him. We got into the first model unit, and he was showing us the in-unit washer dryer. It was pushed too far to the left, so you couldn't open the door, but Isa could like tell, and she goes, "Can you open the door?" And he couldn't.
Yeah, and he tried to move the washer dryer. Why would he freaking try to do that?
Yeah, Isa humbled him. I don't know. I don't think that apartment is for us, but we'll see.
I hope this was helpful, and I hope this gave you guys a glimpse of what it's like to apartment hunt in New York City. It can be pretty stressful, but if you know the right things and have your expectations set correctly, it can be a pretty fun process. If you're looking for an apartment in New York, I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, comment below if you have any questions.